Hey, howdy, happy day. I got news and views with attitude. Here's from your wiser advisor. It's hot out, global warming. It's cold out, global colding. It's liberals, they're out, global insanity. Hey, did y'all get that? Fires. There are a lot of fires these days, and liberals, they put all fires down to climate change. Every one. Arson, it gets a free ride. I mean, why is that? It's kind of like guns, right? Boomity boom. Liberals put all shootings down to gun control with regard to what's needed. Criminals get a free ride. A lot of free rides going on here just because of liberals, and they shouldn't be doing that. Like the Chinese cook said, years ago, use noodle up here, not noodle in soup. Hey, there's a growing number of restaurants and businesses in Los Angeles and so many other cities as well that have signs up. They post this. They say cash isn't allowed. It's not just restaurants, lots of different places. And lawmakers are coming on and saying, you can't do that. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people that only have money. 44% apparently of all Americans pay with cash. Now you have all these businesses saying, for the safety of our people and so on, we're not going to accept cash anymore. Go to Costco and buy a safe, put the money in, do something. But cash is king. You're supposed to accept cash. You have several states and cities that have adopted these measures laws to say you have to accept cash. They include New York City, Philadelphia, Massachusetts, Colorado, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Washington, D.C., and California. You got San Francisco and Berkeley. These are cities, too, that have stepped up and said, whoa, you can't do that. And they pass ordinances to say that that's the way it is. In L.A., the person that's pushing this is kind of interesting. She's a city council member. Her name is Heather Hutt. She's black, first black person in her district, I think, or maybe in all districts to be elected 30 some odd years ago. She's a liberal Democrat, quite far left. But here, I kind of agree with her and kind of don't. I agree with her, but I don't like how she said it. She says this: not accepting cash payment in the marketplace excludes segments of the population that are people of color. She lost me there, right? She was going good up until then. Not accepting cash payment in the marketplace excludes segments of people who want to pay in cash. And what she didn't say is that cash is legal tender. I mean, that's the country. How dare you? But in any event, Heather, good going. Geez, I think I just agreed with the liberal. I only partly agreed with you, Heather, just a little bit. Now, you got the prime mistake in Canada. There's been a lot of fires that have been happening in Canada. And Facebook recently blocked all of their content, the news content, because the prime mistake came up with some silly law that said you guys have to pay Canadian news people. Wow, he went on and on. It was a silly law, and Facebook said, you know what? It's fundamentally flawed legislation. It ignores the reality of how our platforms work, and they pulled out, and nobody thought they meant it. Nobody being the politicians in Ottawa, but they meant it. And they stopped and they said, no more news to Facebook now. Look at our Facebook and rightedition.com. It's empty. We used to get I think it was 1.5 million views a week, and now it's gone. And so many other people have the same experience. But the actual story here, back to that, is Trudeau, because of these fires, he said, hey, you guys, you're worried more about profit than you are helping people. It's inconceivable what you're doing to us. You're hurting us because people need to go on Facebook to tell other people about where the fires are and so on. I guess, but maybe you better give in. That's what capitalism is all about. They've made a statement, they being Facebook. They're not going to do what your dumb law says you want them to do. Well, anyway, it's a long story, but I think you all get it. Now, we have the mayor of London, England. He's, I don't know what he is, East Indian, I think, but he ain't white. He doesn't like white people very much, I don't think. And he's now published a guide that says white family, with a picture of a white family. These people do not represent real Londoners. How did he get to be mayor? I mean, he's a racist. He is a racist. He's got prejudice kind of pouring out of him. There's so many other examples of what he's been doing and so on. London, England. It's come to this. Amazing. Then you have Trump, who always amuses me. He was asked the other day about this indictment in Georgia, and he said, hey, it's just a continuation of a witch hunt. They're sick people. That's how he talks. I think he's right. They are sick people. They need some help above the neck. Recently, I drove an electric car. I didn't want to, but I did. And now I am totally sold on gas-powered automobiles. Hey, y'all, come back. See ya.